Hello YouTube and welcome to the DJ Diaries. This is going to be a new series I'm running where I take you on the road with me and also share with you my preparation and some behind the scenes stuff of life on the road as a DJ. 2023 kicks off next weekend properly in Kosovo, Pristina. First time visiting this interesting place. I don't really know anything about it. I'll be sharing with you as much as I can. Today is January the 21st. I did play in Paris this month. I didn't vlog. I did it sober. I've not had a drink all year. I've not had any cigarettes all year. Not that I smoke, but when I drink, I'll smoke and, party. So yeah, we're on a bit of a sober streak, feeling good, feeling fresh. I've not really got a plan for next weekend. I guess you will see it all unravel in this video, but I would like to try and do it sober. So we'll see how we feel next week. I've had a great month, lots of work. I've done a bit of digging as well. And I'm really excited to bring a fresh vibe to 2023 and really try and blow some minds with my record selections. So we are still focusing on the DJing a lot. I'm really wanting to take it to a new level this year. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So as you can see, here is the airbag. This is going to get emptied and then filled up full of juicy bombs. This year, I think we're going to be going houseier, I hope. I don't really want to go wonkier. I've been buying a lot of progressive house, and that is not the direction I really want to keep pushing the sound. However, I was getting drawn to these quite epic bombs. So I've got some of them in the bag. I really need to go back through my shelves. I found maybe 3 squarefuls of records at my parents' house around Christmas time. So I need to bring them here and just go through them because there's a lot of really good house records that I bought during the old lockdown. This was the time I was digging. So I really need to bring them here, which I'll probably do tomorrow, and make my way through them. I've got a feeling next week maybe won't be set up that well for Technics. I'm not too sure, but I don't think it's a massive party place, which usually means that if the Technics are brought in, there could be problems. So I'm preparing for both, but I'm excited to keep pushing things forward and play some great shows. We've got this one, and then in 2 weeks' time, I've got Amsterdam in the loft, and then we go to Australia. So yeah, I think it's quite a good time as well to prepare my digital stuff because I'm considering not taking records to Australia just because of logistics. It is annoying in and out of airports because they always check them at security. So you've got to, with the airbag, you've got to pull this thing down, which is so annoying because the zips around the middle. When you've not slept much, you're tired, the last thing you need is that. So maybe it'll just be digital in Australia this time. I'm not sure. I did do vinyl last time. But either way, it's all about the music that gets played, not the medium that it's played on. Some advice I would give to people when preparing for sets is listen to tracks in full. If you can understand what the build-ups are like, how the intro is, and in general, know the arrangements of a track, it's going to make your mixing much better because you can be more confident when to bring things in. And for me, it's an absolute game changer. I can dedicate a day before a show's coming up, an important one, to just go through music, listen, and really start to envision what's going to go with what. And yeah, it's super simple and super effective. So try it at home, because I think the problem when you're doing digital and you're on iTunes, you can be tempted to keep skipping. That's why records are really good, but let tracks play in their entirety, listen intentionally, and it will do wonders for your mixing. So I also want to share with you some alterations I just got on some sick trousers. First pair is from Kosovo. These brown ones, I actually bought these in Paris earlier this month. So hopefully these are perfect now. They were just slightly too long for my short legs. And also, I finally got these altered. Some of you may have seen a few months ago, I did a little partnership with Coggles, which is a men's wear and women's wear actually, and some homeware, a online brand owned by the Hut Group, and they sell some sick stuff. I think I do have a discount code, which I'll pop below. But anyway, I got these shortened as well because they were just slightly too long. The brand is APC. So yeah, these are really, really sick. And if anyone here is watching who is into their clothing, I would highly recommend getting trousers tailored. It's took me 27 years to understand that a slight adjustment can make them 10x better, and it costs like 15 quid. So if you've got a pair of pants which you may keep for life, these are lifetime purchases, these ones. Get them tweaked, and yeah, I've not even thought about doing it with jumpers and stuff, but I know people do. and it makes the world of a difference if you do, so I'd advise. So the rest of my Saturday is going to involve some chilling, laptoping. I'm trying not to do any work. I definitely have a bit of an addiction at the moment to the grind. January's got me fully engaged in things and I can't stay away from it. But it's all in a positive way because we put a lot of work in over the last 18 months, especially on the Syntho app. So it's only normal I'm going to be completely on it with, how are things doing, how are people getting on, any new sign-ups and all that kind of stuff. And then also with YouTube stuff, putting up new YouTube videos every week. You want to see if there's any more views, any comments, any likes. There's that ongoing cycle of dopamine hits being offered everywhere. And I'm trying to set some boundaries. So I'm deleting Instagram off my phone again, like at a certain time each day. Then I've got to re-download it the next day. That helps me stay out of the cycle going on there. I've deleted some of the things off my phone as well. But yeah, for today, it's a bit of laptoping, a bit of tune preparing. And then tomorrow is Sunday. I'm going to dedicate a few hours to listen to loads and loads of records and get myself nicely prepared for next week. Yo guys, it is Tuesday, 4 p.m. So this morning you'll have seen me go to the office. I had a lot of meetings, so I thought, get up first thing, head there at like 6:30, I got the train, worked from 7 till about 1 p.m, got through all the admin stuff, which is the stuff I don't necessarily enjoy as much. Some strategic stuff, some analysis of how the last few weeks have gone. Yeah, I had a few meetings with the team. Then I went to view at 1 p.m. the crates, which I told you about in the previous vlog. And then I had to come back to the studio where I am now with all the synths, etc. to record some intros for some videos for YouTube, which kind of is the reason I want an office space in Manchester so I can have everything in one place. So I could have done my admin stuff this morning and then gone and made tunes in the afternoon. And I've realised that this morning I didn't go and train. I decided to go straight to town. I need to train first as well. When this whole thing is set up how I want, I will wake up at about 6. I will aim to get out of the house for 6:30. Then I have to walk, get the car from my parents' house because I don't have a car at the moment. I don't know if I've told you that before, but I don't have a car. I essentially walk to my parents, borrow a car from there, drive to the gym, come back. They live near this train station. Walk to the train station, then walk from the station to the office. I'll aim to start my day about 10 a.m. I don't need to be there at 9. Rather go and train, get my exercise in first. Feel better mentally, I do better work then. I did a lot of good shit today. However, I physically don't feel that good when I don't do any exercise in the morning. I've done a lot of steps. I've still done 12,000 steps and 10k walk. However, I wanted to do something, even if it's just a bike or a run. But anyway, I'm bringing you along with me this week on some little bits and bobs, dipping in and out as part of this DJ Diary. Let me know if you're enjoying it. This evening I'm going to prepare some records again, similar to what I was doing the other day when I showed you. Yeah, just gearing up for the weekend and hopefully making a good movie as I'm making a bit of an effort with the B-roll, maybe I have to sell. It is Thursday, we're still in the studio. Yesterday we made a banger. I'm going to show you a little clip either straight after this or in a few minutes time. I'm now exporting it on the old Ableton so I can then test it out tomorrow in Kosovo. I am on the pilgrimage there, which is 2 flights. It's got a 5-hour layover in the middle, so I'll be doing some work on my laptop, talking to you guys, and preparing, doing some work and all that jazz. And then on Saturday, the flight back is at 12, and it's only like 7 hours in total travel, so the layover is only like 2 hours, I think. I've got myself some new boots from Russell and Bromley. There is no link attached to the video, as I'm not sponsored by them. However, I really like the look of these. I'll probably never wear them because I always wear trainers, but I fancied getting some. I don't know why, because they look smart and maybe good for the old work. I went to view the Cube space today, which is where the synth office may be. Yeah, it's been a very, very nice week, very productive. I've worked super hard. I'll balance everything well, but this is when the real tough work starts, because gigging whilst also trying to build an app which involves managing people, and also we announced Hide and Seek's new date, the 1st of July. We announced You and Me this week. It's been non-stop, guys, and I can manage it when I'm well rested, in a clear headspace, but when we've got gigs, late nights and everything else, it's going to get harder. But I'm going to do this weekend sober. I think I'm going to stay sober until Australia now, which is in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I think 2.5 weeks. This is today. I want to share with you some tunes in a bit as we continue to get ready for the weekend and hopefully make a nice video. It's Thursday evening now. I'm now in the lounge of my house preparing the rest of my records. I've had a little spin. I've been sent a lot of good digital music as well. I'm kind of debating not taking records, but then when I play some of these records I've got, they are bomba. I've done a few TikToks sharing the records. These kind of these things that I do seem to get pretty good traction, so I want to see how they do, because TikTok's still something which I would like to get viral, because it's only going to help the whole ecosystem. I think it's very good for awareness of your brand. So my plan now is to try and get this bag packed and then commit to a bag, and then have a mix my USB so I get used to the CDJs, getting the flow. I've pretty much got all my tunes in a playlist now, and then I will pack my bag for tomorrow. I'll have some food this evening and then prepare for the trip. I need to check in online as well. So tomorrow I've got 5 hours in Switzerland airport, and I think it's Zurich. And yeah, I'm feeling really, really happy because we just launched Hide and Seek. There's a really, really big buzz around the date change, which we were worried about. But in the end, it seems like quite a positive thing. So we'll be on sale. Probably by the time this video goes out, buy a ticket, don't wait, because you're going to save money now. It's going to allow us to be better prepared. And in general, it makes everything better. You pay, it's done. We can be restful knowing that people are coming and all that jazz. So yeah, and also You and Me's calendar is an absolute joke. We're now planning for the rest of the year. We've got literally the best DJs going, the best venues going. We're going to the moon, and the app is doing great. So happy fucking days. All we need to do is nail the gig. And then it's like a full house January, probably the best month ever for business life. I don't know what we even call this anymore, just life. Let's get this synced. So got my little pot on the side, USB's in my pocket. I need to buy another spare really. Also forgot to buy new filters for my earplugs. And I'm going to admit to you guys that my ears are starting to ring a bit at night time. It's a bit concerning. So I'm probably not going to get a hearing test next week. Really have to start playing in earplugs. I now listened to a podcast saying that there's a certain type of magnesium that can actually prevent ringing in the ears. I'm sure down this Rossi playlist he sent me. So that might have to get explored. I have bought some, but I've not really tested it yet properly. In general, I need to look after my ears better, because we don't want to be going deaf, because that would heavily affect my career. I don't think it's anything serious. I think it's pretty normal. I want to just go and get checked up to make sure that we're not in serious trouble. Not ideal, but I'm definitely getting a bit of a ringing in the ears, so it's better to be safe than sorry. It happened after our Halloween party. We had an after party. This crew called Move Like Me, they're probably watching this video, and there was a PA speaker so fucking loud, and it really, really bust my ear. People that I was playing with, Outcast, Torino, they don't think they'll be watching, but they were turning the speaker up, or one of them was, I'm sure, and it was just ridiculously loud. Let me finish syncing this USB. Morning folks, match day. Getting a quick run in before we go. I've not got much time, it's 6:20, I'm getting picked up at 7:15. I want to try and get 5k in, so I'll catch up properly at the airport. I've already in my bag, and I'll have this for later. And then I'm also going to pack this white Abercrombie hoodie, so I have a hoodie in my bag in case it's freezing there and I decide to wear this underneath my jacket. My Kindle's getting packed, my iPad's getting packed to watch stuff on the plane. I'm also going to pack my laptop. We are pretty well stocked up. So, let's go to the airport. So folks, we got through the airport. I didn't get searched for once. My record bag's with me as well, so that makes a change. I've also got a rucksack and I've got my smaller bags, so to be honest I was expecting at least some kind of search, but no, through nicely. The flight was delayed half an hour, so I'm just going down now. Got a nice prep for breakfast. Feeling good. I'm actually quite tired, but I'm probably trying to sleep in the second leg. Anyway, I need to go down some stairs, so I'll catch you in a bit. So we're walking around Zurich Airport. I've just spent almost 2 hours trying to resolve a flight issue. Long story short, the wrong flight was booked to go back tomorrow, and I didn't check my receipt from the promoter properly. So it was kind of my fault for not checking, their fault for booking the wrong flight. These things can happen, but I took it to my own hands to find a solution. And in the end, there was no solution. So basically there was 3 flights tomorrow instead of 2, because I knew there was going to be a change. But they didn't manage to get, well, they booked the wrong one, simply put. So I tried to change it, couldn't change it. There was one option for 600 quid, which I was not going to pay. I did debate it, because I really want to get back and have at least 1 day of proper rest. And yeah, in the end, I'd given up and said, right, I need to accept it. And then I went direct flights to Liverpool. Liverpool's like half an hour away from my house, but Manchester's like 2 minutes to the airport, 5 minutes. And in the end, we're flying to Liverpool. And now I get home at 4 p.m. instead of 11 p.m. And the reason the big travel was going to be an issue tomorrow is that I've literally worked every single day since New Year, pretty much. And Sunday is kind of the day, if I do chill, it's Sunday. And I would have got in at 11 p.m. And if you know me, you'll know I go to bed at 9 p.m. anyway. So it was going to throw me off at my sleep more. A day of travelling is going to throw you off. So in the end, Sunday would have been pretty down tempo is the word if I'd done 3 flights tomorrow. And also then tonight, I'd have been thinking I've got 3 flights. Not what you want. I'm over it now. I've just now got 3 hours left in this airport. It's really fresh. There is a Pret. I got a nice Pokeball, which you love seeing. And in general, I'm just grateful to live life to the fullest and do cool shit like this. So yeah, I'll check back in with you in a bit and see what we get up to in this airport. I should get some more steps in really, but I'm going to sit down for a bit. So we are in Pristina, Kosovo, after quite the ordeal. So it turned out the airport landing, Skop, was actually 90 minutes away from where we ended up playing/staying. Got went for some nice dinner, not had a nap. I'm playing in half an hour, but I think I'm going to start at 1:30 actually, just because the club only opened at 12. I'm playing the second set, but I'm going to say, let's just wait half an hour. There's no rush to start. I've got 2 hours still if I start half an hour late, but I'd rather the club get into it. I think they were kind of sort of giving me a bit longer, but 2 hours is probably going to be enough anyway. Yeah, really looking forward to it. I wish I was a bit more rested. Feeling good though. I am drinking a cup of tea, had some sweets, and all in all, I am feeling alright considering it's been a very, very long day. But at the same time, I'm really looking forward to playing, so my hair's probably going to do me heading because I've not done it properly. I've just put a bit of wax in, it's probably going to go everywhere. Try to get some club clips for you folks. So YouTube, we've now got the first flight to Vienna, then we've got to change Vienna to Liverpool. The flight's been delayed, we're still boarding, so we originally had 50 minutes to make the next flight, but it's not 50 minutes because the check-in closes half an hour before, so we only had 20 minutes. I think it's 25 to be exact, between the scheduled landing and the scheduled closing check-in, but obviously I think you get an extra 10 minutes or so to check in because they never finish on time. So it's going to be a race. Hopefully they can make some time for the air, but we'll see how we get on. It should be interesting. And regarding last night's gig, it was fun. There's some problems with the sound, which was annoying, so I couldn't really do my thing, but I did the most professional performance I could. And yeah, I only got 2.5 hours sleep. I didn't drink, no cigarettes, no vape. But yeah, the hangover still feels real because of the lack of sleep, and also everyone's smoking inside, and I think that really probably smoked 20 Marlboro Golds passively. So we've landed 53 minutes to 2 p.m. and the gate closes at 20 to 3. I think we should be fine. Let's see how we get on. Just like that, we made it in the end. It's now 20 past 3. Check-in was going to close at 22:03. Maybe those times spare. I got salted pretzel, I had a Twix. My protein intake for the day is probably about 10 grams. Went on live this morning at the hotel in about 2 minutes. But yeah, 2.5 hours now. Got my iPad, got the Kindle, and then I'm going to delete Instagram until Mondays because I've been on my phone. I went on my phone for 11 hours yesterday because I was just sat in the airport all day watching stuff. I'm not playing that, so digital detox tomorrow.